instead of PornFree on the road, this is going to be called True Life on the road. Maybe just True Life. Alright, for now we'll just call it True Life. I obviously didn't think about the name. Anyways, this is my road, if you will, to recovery from porn into a life of meaning. Primarily, this is going to be my struggle away from pornography, but I will talk about life in general. Because if there's one thing I've learned through my recovery from drugs and alcohol, is it's not about quitting drinking or using. It's not about the drugs or the alcohol. It's about living life. Same thing with the porn. When I'm watching porn and I get lost and I get stuck in the cycle, that's pressing pause on life. It's pressing pause on everything that I aspire to be, aspire to do. Because I can't get wrapped up in porn, indulge, and not only that in the moment, but the days after, feeling guilty, feeling shameful. My drive and will to succeed, they're diminished. They're not completely taken away, but they're just so faded. So I can't push myself to succeed in life to the fullest. And fullest is the key word, the optimum. And be wrapped up in an addiction at the same time. It's just not it just doesn't work. So, this is True Life. I can call it On the Road, but I don't know if we'll always be on the road, but for now we'll just do it. We'll call it that. So, this is True Life, video number 1. Okay, so I am on day 2. When I started the series again, started these videos, I got up to day 7, and I relapsed, and I'd get to about 2 or 3 days and I'd relapse. That's been my cycle lately for a long time now. In the last 2 years, the most I've gotten was 24 days. And that was during the time where I hit my bottom with drugs and alcohol and checked myself into rehab. And life was so fucked up and I was in so much pain at the moment that, porn wasn't even on my plate. It wasn't there, because porn was a big factor in my drug and alcohol use. But yeah, that 24, what happened was I went on YouTube one day and I started looking at the videos that didn't show any nudity, but progressively the videos got more and more promiscuous to the point where it was basically porn without anybody taking clothes off. And then I became so weak, and I was literally, I had no constraint, and I relapsed, because that's what we do when we put ourselves in situations where we can relapse. So if there's one lesson I've learned through my struggle is the best way to prevent a relapse is to not even entertain the thought. The minute that I walk anywhere towards an image that did not pop up on its own, anytime I voluntarily open an image, search for a name, look longer than I should, fantasize, obsess, I'm done. I'm gonna relapse. It's just how it is. And that's 13, 14 years of experience talking. That's not just speculation. That's fucking experience. So, this is day 2 for me. I've had people, breathing down my back, saying what it's going to change this time, and what needs to change is exactly what I just said. I can't entertain any thoughts. I can't peek. I can't look at a swimsuit model. I can't stare at a good-looking image of a girl too long. I just can't, because that's going to lead down the rabbit hole. It's like a tiny match being lit. One tiny match can start a whole forest fire, and it doesn't take long. So this is my struggle. I'd love it if you joined me, comment, start a discussion, upload a video. Let's do this. I need brothers to help me in this thing. Because the only reason I'm sober from drugs and alcohol today is the fact that I have a brotherhood behind me. I go to AA, and it works for me. But, as long as I put in the work and I reach out and, I do what I got to do. So this is it for me today. This is True Life, video number 1, day number 2. Have a good one.